Have you ever wondered if we really know everyone around us? What if those we call friends, colleagues, or even neighbors are something far more sinister? In this video, we'll explore little-known, but deeply disturbing stories of soldiers who swear they've seen more than just humans at secret military bases. Accounts that speak of alien beings infiltrating among us, disguised as ordinary people, but with dark intentions. Hard to believe, right? But what if it's true? What would you do if you found out those around you aren't who they seem? Get ready, because what you're about to hear will challenge everything you thought you knew. Are you ready to face the unknown and uncover the truth that few dare to investigate? The video explores 5 different alien creatures that are alleged to have been left behind on Earth. Imagine a scenario where shadows aren't just shadows, but evidence of alien creatures hiding in the cracks of reality. There are disturbing reports, whispered among those who dare to investigate the unknown, of beings from another world left behind on Earth, forgotten or perhaps abandoned by their creators. These creatures, camouflaged in the earthly landscape, hide among us, invisible to the naked eye, but always present, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. The terror they bring is not just physical, but psychological, feeding the fear that what we can't see might be more dangerous than what we can. These alleged alien beings, supposedly forgotten in our world, are the essence of scientific horror, challenging everything we think we know about biology and life itself. What makes them even more terrifying is the fact that their appearances are sporadic and shrouded in mystery. Some say they've adapted to the earthly environment, becoming silent predators, operating in the shadows of our cities or the depths of the most remote forests. Science, advanced as it is, struggles to comprehend the workings of these creatures that seem to be beyond our understanding. Every fragment of evidence, every unsettling testimony, only heightens the fear that these aliens might be much more than mere intruders. They could be the key to a greater terror, a piece of a cosmic puzzle we're far from solving. And as we continue to ignore these signs, we wonder, what will happen when we finally confront the unknown? This is the true terror these creatures bring, not the fear of what they are, but what they represent for our existence. It includes various segments with background music, creating an atmospheric experience throughout the presentation. Using background music in a video like this isn't just an aesthetic choice. It's a powerful tool that amplifies the scientific horror embedded in the narrative. Every note, every dissonant chord, echoes the discomfort we feel when confronting the unknown. These soundtracks aren't there by chance. They mark the moments when the stories of these alien creatures become even more intense, almost as if the sound is warning of impending danger. The fear seeps into our thoughts subtly as the music becomes a character in its own right, guiding us through the darkness of mystery. As the music evolves, so does our understanding of terror. It's a progression that aligns perfectly with the narrative, creating a cycle of suspense that never lets us feel at ease. The science behind these sounds, how certain frequencies can trigger primal fear in our brains, is a fascinating field of study in itself. Scientists have explored how music can evoke deep emotional responses, and when applied to a presentation like this, it can turn latent terror into a visceral, tangible experience. The most critical moments of the presentation are underscored by musical transitions that mark turning points in the narrative. These segments are carefully orchestrated to guide the viewer, almost like a soundtrack to a nightmare, where scientific horror blends with instinctive fear. Each musical change is an invitation to dive even deeper into the abyss of the unknown, where alien creatures await and terror seems ever-present, ready to completely envelop us. Specific timestamps in the transcript mark moments where music plays, indicating transitions or emphasis points within the video. These specific points where the music intensifies or abruptly changes are markers of something deeply disturbing about to be revealed. They're not just transitions, they're ominous warnings that terror is about to take on a new form. In scientific horror videos, each sonic shift indicates that a new mystery has been uncovered or that something previously hidden is about to be exposed. It's as if the music is a dark guide, leading the viewer from one state of apprehension to another, with the latent fear that the next secret will be more unsettling than the last. These moments of musical emphasis not only signal shifts in the narrative, but also amplify the scientific horror by syncing the viewer's emotions with the events on screen. When the music swells in intensity, it's nearly impossible not to feel your heart race, as if you're about to discover something that was never meant to be known. It's a carefully choreographed dance between sound and image, where each second serves to pull us deeper into the abyss of fear and insatiable curiosity. In the end, these musical timestamps are more than just pauses or transitions. They're the heartbeat of the terror that pulses throughout the presentation. Each sound is a piece of a puzzle of fear, leaving the viewer at the mercy of the next point of emphasis. And with that, the terror becomes an immersive experience where science and fear intertwine, leading the viewer down a path of unfathomable mysteries and dark revelations that could change the way we see the world and the creatures that inhabit it. The video explores 5 different alien creatures that are alleged to have been left behind on Earth. Each of these 5 alien creatures featured in the video is an enigma in itself, with stories and characteristics that defy our understanding of earthly biology. They're not just beings from another world, but fragments of a scientific horror that makes us question our own reality. Their presence on Earth raises countless questions about their creators' intentions and why they were left here. The fear that these creatures might be lurking in unknown places is palpable, heightening the terror as we realize we have no control over what we don't understand. The first creature, described with an appearance that defies all rules of evolution, seems to have been designed to survive in extreme environments, suggesting that it may have been left on Earth to experiment or colonize our planet. The second, on the other hand, exhibits abilities that seem supernatural but are, in fact, the result of alien science far beyond our comprehension. Every detail revealed about these creatures contributes to the construction of a horror scenario where science and the unknown intertwine in a disturbing way. As the video progresses, viewers are confronted with the possibility that these creatures are not just abandoned but actively hidden, perhaps even by design. The terror these creatures bring doesn't stem only from their appearances or abilities, but from the uncertainty of their true intentions. And while the video suggests possible theories, it leaves open the most disturbing question of all: what will happen when these creatures decide to emerge from the shadows? This mystery, this lack of a definitive conclusion, is what makes scientific horror so effective and frightening. As the video delves deeper, the terror intensifies with the exploration of each of the 5 alien creatures, each more disturbing than the last. What makes them even more terrifying is the idea that they're not mere biological aberrations, but beings that may have been created for a specific purpose. Perhaps they're biological weapons, maybe explorers from other worlds, or perhaps pieces of a cosmic game we have barely begun to understand. This is the core of scientific horror. The fear that these creatures might represent something far greater than us, something we can't control or even fully comprehend. The descriptions of these creatures evoke a mix of fascination and horror, with details that seem to have been pulled straight from a scientific nightmare. One of them, for instance, possesses a sinister bioluminescence that not only lights its path, but seems to have the power to induce terror in those who observe it. Another creature is described as having intelligence rivaling that of humans, but with a completely alien morality, suggesting that its objectives may be incomprehensible and possibly hostile. These details feed the fear, turning the unknown into something tangible, yet still terrifying. The video ends leaving the viewer in a state of unease, with the feeling that the terror is still lurking, hidden in the Earth's shadows. The creatures that were left behind aren't just remnants of a distant past, but active presences that may be shaping our future without us even realizing it. The true scientific horror isn't just the fear of these creatures, but the fear that what we don't know could be far more dangerous than what we do. And so the question remains, are we really alone? Or are these creatures simply waiting for the right moment to reveal their true intentions? So, what would you do if you discovered that the unknown is closer than we imagined? That those living next to us might not be who we think they are? This journey through scientific horror has shown us that the world is much more mysterious and frightening than we could have imagined. But what about you? Are you ready to face this reality and explore even more of these dark secrets? Don't just watch. Get involved in this investigation. Share your thoughts in the comments, bring your theories to the table, and subscribe to the channel to keep diving into this abyss of mysteries and terrors that few dare to uncover. Hit the notifications so you don't miss a thing, because what comes next might just change your perception of the world forever.